Let me ask you a simple question on this video. Is it true that real estate in Asaba is gradually becoming expensive, or are we claiming to not know the factors that are making the prices of land in Asaba rise? Yes, you can get different properties in different locations for different prices. You could get a land in location A for 5 million, you could get a land in location B for 10 million, in location C for 20 million, and like that. It doesn't mean that most of these properties are overpriced, although I will agree to the fact that some properties in Asaba are overpriced, and I will be talking about it shortly. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Ibuhu, real estate consultant based here in the city of Asaba. I share practical tips to help investors who are looking to invest in Asaba on this channel. Now let's dive right in. Is Asaba real estate overpriced? Yes, I will agree with you that Asaba real estate is overpriced on some properties and on some locations. Now these are the reasons. It's that the seller is quite emotional about putting price on his property. That is one factor. A seller could be very emotional, he wants to cash out, so he could just raise the price of the land to a certain amount just to make excessive gain. Two is that a seller might just put a price there simply because his neighbor sold higher, so he too wants to sell high. Number three is that a seller could actually have done a little development on his land, right? And he feels that, yes, I've done something on my land, let me increase the price, let me sell. Four, it could be that there are some title documents that the seller has also acquired for his land that would warrant him to want to raise the amount of the land irrespective of the location where the land is. So I agree with you that some properties in Asaba are overpriced. Number two is that most of the expensive properties are not overpriced. Most of the expensive properties merge with the value. Now, when we talk about expensive properties, you need to, remove your eyes from the price and look at the factors that make that land expensive. Now, number one thing that you need to look out for is the location. Where is this land located? If the person is saying my land is 20 million naira, then we should know the exact location where the land is, right? Now, we should know if, the title documents it comes with, the essential title documents it comes with. Number three is that the area itself should be developed, having notable landmarks, right? Yes. So if you're putting a price, a land for that price range of 20 million naira, we could actually go to that site and see tangible development. We could actually see people living there. We could actually see commercial activities happening there. So most of these expensive properties in Asaba are in locations that are already built up already, right? So they are already built up already. So that is why their prices are high. Now we'll talk about accessibility to the property. Is the property accessible? Are there roads leading to that property? So if all these things are in place, it could connote that the price actually merges with the land and the location where it is. Number three thing I want you to look out for is that you don't just compare prices, you compare location. Whenever you want to buy a property and you feel the price the seller is telling you or the agent is telling you concerning that particular property is not actually what you should be looking at immediately. You should be comparing the location. Don't say that in this location A, somebody told me 5 million naira and you are telling me 10 million naira, right? You shouldn't be comparing the prices. You should be comparing the location where both properties are. So that way you could get your analysis and your facts right. So if you get a property in a developing location for 5 million naira, you can compare it to a property that is in a built up environment where people already live in already. And then the seller is telling you that, okay, this one is 15 million naira. And then you are trying to compare the prices of 15 million naira to 5 million naira. It doesn't work that way, right? The right thing to do is to compare both locations where both properties are, and that way you could get your facts right. All right, so yes, to some extent, Asaba properties or real estate is quite overpriced, right? But then most expensive properties actually are, have some factors that actually warrant their prices to be as high as they are. So if you're an investor that is looking to invest in Asaba, possibly you're a new investor, you just want to walk into Asaba and start your real estate journey here in Asaba, and you don't want to make mistake of buying overpriced properties, you could reach out to me on number shown on your screen, on WhatsApp and on call. Just send me a DM or you call me on number showing on your screen. I remain Solomon Ibuhu. See you on the next video.